Hi, this is Shruti and I'm your NCB chair, and this is a quick video for you to understand how exactly CustomerGauge works. Through this 10-minute video, I know it seems long, but it's really not. You get to understand everything there is to do with NPS and CustomerGauge and how you can improve your quality. So make sure you're watching this video and pay close attention. Thank you. And this is the dashboard. You look at it. These are the comments. This is your NPS score in total. And yeah, so with NPS you can do a lot of things. So the first thing you can do obviously is look at your NPS score. So this is, you have to wait for it because CustomerGauge takes a bit of time. So yeah, here you go. So this is your NPS score. So we put over here, there are various things you can do. So you look at a date range. So if you want to look at a date range of 6 months ago or whatever, you just basically put it in here. You can see maybe from Jan 1st till today. So that's something you can definitely do. Also, you can filter by like the date of when people actually answered it, that the survey actually went out, or the experience date. So you can put over here. Also, you can put advanced options. So you can maybe, so for this case, we can look at GIP. You can also look at stages, statuses. So NPS reports, surveys are sent out during your matched, realized, and completed stage. These are sent out automatically by AIESEC International, and this is linked to myAIESEC.net. So if you're matched, then it goes, the match survey goes out, and it's the same for all the others. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. If you want to check out your OGX score, then you put in your home entity. If you want to check out your ICS score, then you put your host entity. So for example, if I want to look at OGX for the whole of US, then you can click this, and I'm looking for OGIP in particular, so you could do that as well. So if you're going to look at that, then we say okay, then we play okay, we have everything, and then we click go. So when you click go, it takes some time, so you need to be a little patient. Try to get some good internet. So here, this is what the score is. So you can see over here what the responses are according to passive retractor and this thing, and you can also see a nice little bar graph here. Also below you can see the total NPS score and the count percentage of, not percentage, but like basically the detractors, passives, and promoters. You can also maybe click the link, and this is according to months, so you could click the link over here and say okay, this is like the sort of issues that you've had. What you can do is that you could also click on it, and even if you don't have a comment, you could click on it and say what the problem was. So you can see over here what you need improvement from. So this will be great because you'll be able to understand exactly what the problems are and hopefully try to address it with not only the EP currently, but also the next few EPs that come up. So you could try to be more preventive instead of reaction oriented. So the next, what you could do is also, if you go back to NPS, you could check your NPS score with another country. So again, we're waiting for it. Okay, so we're waiting for it to load. You can check it with another host entity. So for example, we could say with say Brazil. So you choose Brazil and you say okay, I want to check say everything with Brazil, so like GCDP, GIP, OGX in general. So you click go, and this is from the 1st of January till today. You can change these dates accordingly, monthly, quarterly, whatever you may deem fit. So over here you can see that your NPS score is 39. How do you get this NPS score? Is the percentage of promoters minus the percentage of detractors. So that's how you get it. So what you could also do over here, as I showed you, is go to the comments and just have a look at it. If you really want to know what the issues are exactly, then you could go to say waterfall report. If you go to waterfall report, then it gives you a correct understanding of like what your promoters what your promoter issues are and your detractor issues are. So if you see over here, these are some of the reasons why people say it is. So why it's called a waterfall report is because it's like a waterfall of like going up and down. These are the top promoter issues and these are the detractor issues. So over here, your level 1 reasons it's called level 1 because it's your main heading, and level 2, which is way below over here, is your subheadings. So you have various different reasons. So again, over here you could look at, you could put a date, you can put according to your experience. You could say, okay, I want to look at GIP with, again, if you want to check, maybe this time we could do AIESEC. So you check what your hosting entity, because you're hosting these EPs. So you say, okay, go, and you should hopefully get a correct understanding as to what your promoter and detractor issues are. So once you look at your promoter issues, you can look at it and say, okay, so over here it says information is a plus point because obviously we have amazing J1 certification, all of that comes in. So we have to provide clarity, so it's very clear and all of that sort of stuff. You could also have a look at their comments over here to just understand what it is, and it provides you with a good understanding of the percentage of promoters as well. And if you scroll down here, then you'll be able to understand what the detractor issues are, and this will tell you in details as to what the problems have been. So yeah, okay, it seems like visa processing time, etc. So for example, if you see this and you say this is the amount of time, maybe expectations weren't really set as to how long the visa processing actually takes. So that's something that you could work on, and maybe say that, okay, we need to inform our EPs as to, okay, this is how long things would take. So maybe that's something that you could have a look at. You could also look at issues through your self-select issues. So you could go to self-select issues and say, okay, so these are, again, we're looking from the 1st of Jan till now, and you can check loyalty. So you can check the like if you want to see promoter, detractors, or detractors and passives. So you can look at detractors and passive. Again, if you want to choose the program code, you could say, okay, maybe I want to choose GIP. And again, since we're looking at host entity, we're looking at IGIP, so we choose United States. So then you click go over here, and you should get something soon. Yep. So you can see over here that these are what the problems have been. So over here again, you can see that these are the problems, and these are, yeah, so it basically gives you a correct understanding as to what exactly the problems have been. And you can, like, maybe even say, for example, okay, communication and clarity about the process, click 3. Someone was not happy about various different things. The selection process took 2 months and communication was slow. So you can look at it, go down and say, okay, this is communication, these are the problems that we faced, and this is how, you could probably just say, how are we going to fix this, and that you being solution oriented. You could also check your response rate, so that's in reports. So you go to, where are you? Yeah, you go to responses. The response rate is the amount of people that actually responded to your survey. So as you know, there are approximately 6 surveys, 2 surveys for each stage, in case you haven't replied in the first stage. So here you can see what your total response rate is. So the first one, you have the initial email that goes by, and then there's the second email in case you do not fill it. So this is what the second one is, and this is the total cumulative response rate. So as you can see, it's 22%, and it's quite bad because we would ideally want, like, say 100% or like 60 to 50% at least. So if you think that this is the case and people aren't filling out forms, you don't know where it's going, etc., then there is a solution to that. So you can go to admin, go to non-responses, and you can actually choose your survey links. So make sure that when you're, so wait, we're gonna wait for it to come up. So these are the survey links that are there. So you can, again, say, okay, what are the surveys from, say, July 1st till today that haven't been sent out. So you say, okay, but I want to look specifically for GIP, for realized in your home entity. So again, you would look at, say, okay, and you could also do LCY. So you could say, okay, so we can choose Arizona State, no, choose maybe App State, and say go. So when you click go, This will give you the answer. And no data found. So that means that everyone has replied uh, to their surveys, or that nothing was sent out in the first place. So again, you can look at this. Oh wow, again no data found. Okay, so maybe clearly everyone has answers. So good job, App State. So cool, let's just do it according to just our hosting entity, which is United States, and only for GIP. So you can see over here that this is basically the Brooks brothers. So there's this person who's gone there, and you can read it, and basically you could send it to this person in particular. So this person is Charlotte, and she's from Warwick, and she's got matched to AIESEC Baruch. So, and if she hasn't sent it, then what you can basically do is that if you feel more comfortable in sending it to them via email, via personal email, or by Facebook or whatever means of communication, then you can just send it to Charlotte via these links. But be sure that each link, you cannot send this same link to another person because each link is different and it has a separate URL. So for example, if this person was to reply to this link, then it would be Charlotte's NPS score and not this Patel person's NPS score. So just be clear of that. But anyway, for more details, what you could obviously write to me at smriti@isecus.org, and you could also have a look at the NCB wiki for further details about the process.